What we'll do is we'll start inside at the door area, kind of work our way around. Once we're done with the interior, we're going to do the walk around on the outside. Propane element and it's got an electric element. The electric element is indicated by the Thunderbolt icon. The propane element is indicated by the little flame icon. Okay, you can use both elements independently or simultaneously. Okay, if you're going to be obviously at a campsite somewhere and you're plugged in, you're using the electric element. If you're out in the middle of nowhere, you're going to use the propane element. It will illuminate red if there is some sort of a fault within your propane element. It can mean one of two things: either you're out of propane, or your propane tanks are closed. Above your water heater switches, you have your on and off switch for your bedroom lights. They are also on a dimmer control. You have a couple more light switches. So you have your cabinet. Okay. Cabinet light. You have your bathroom light. Okay, which is the middle one. Once again, these are unlabeled. And then you have the light above the sink here. You have over here your HVAC on and off. Okay, that will turn on or off the HVAC system. You have your fan button. The fan will allow you to toggle your fan speeds: low, medium, high, or auto. Clock will allow you to set your current time. Zone doesn't apply to you because you have only one AC unit, so you're not toggling between, more than one zone. Mode will actually allow you to toggle through the modes. So you have your first mode, which is cool, or your AC. You have your auto, which will basically self-regulate depending on what you set your temperature to. So it will either activate your AC or your heat pump. Then you have just your heat pump, okay? And then you have your furnace. The heat pump is the AC working in reverse, okay? So it's the warm air coming out of these. Now the heat pump will not be effective in temperatures or situations where the temperature is 40 degrees Fahrenheit or below. If you find yourself in 40 or below, at that point you're going to resort to your furnace heat, okay, which is the hot air coming out of the ducts there, and that works off of your propane. Program allows you to program the thermostat to turn on and off at certain designated times. Up and down arrows allows you to increase or decrease your temperature. Inside temperature, if you press and hold that, it will tell you what your current inside temperature is. Basically every 3 months or so, take out the filters, wash them out with warm soapy water, make sure they are fully and completely dry before reapplying them. So every 3 months or so is my recommendation. Antenna signal booster for over-the-air high definition television is on. Okay, if you happen to find yourselves at a campsite and they offer cable services, you're going to hook up the coax cable, and that needs to be in the off position. Switches here, on and off. Okay, you can hang up some hangers, some clothes with hangers. You also have in here a couple of things where the most important ones would be your rod or staff. This is to facilitate with extending and retracting the manual awnings. So you have power stabilization jacks. However, if you ever need to manually crank them up or down, this is a tool for it. And then you also have a manual crank, jack crank. Okay, just in case.
For the front jacks.
For the front, yeah, at the tongue area. Okay. And then you have your quick connect hose for an external barbecue grill. Okay, if you're going to be utilizing a barbecue grill, please make sure it's a low pressure barbecue grill. Everything is labeled for you very nicely with the corresponding components. Now I would encourage you to always keep a few extra blade fuses on your person at all times. Okay, you're going to require 15s, 10s, and some 40s. Have solar panels mounted up on the roof provide a trickle charge. The solar panels will charge the batteries only, of course, when there is sun availability. There's nothing on that panel that you need to set. Okay, basically you guys are in great shape because a fully charged battery is 12.6 or higher. So that's your sea level 2 tank monitor. This is where your water pump on and off switch is located. If the green light is illuminated, the water pump is on. Now, when you're dry camping, you're going to make sure that you only use the water pump as needed. So when you're about to, wash your hands or take a shower or flush the toilet, that's when you're going to turn the water pump on. Fresh water or your potable water is at 100%, so that tank is completely full. Go ahead and press that. Now I always give my... The right switch is your light switch, the LED light switch. The left switch is your exhaust fan on and off. It does exhaust out to the exterior. You're probably well aware there's like a little flap outside. Right. There are 2 tabs that kind of keep that tab in place. You're going to want to open up the tabs to give that flap some freedom so that when you do turn this on, the air can freely exhaust. Your stove, test it out, show you how to go about lighting it. So basically what you're going to do is you're going to turn the dial into the light position. So you're going to push in and turn it towards the light position, and then you're going to spark. Light and spark. Light and spark. So you do have propane flowing into the unit.
Okay, cool.
Okay. The oven does have a light. Okay, the switch is located right here. And then in order to light the oven, you're going to also bring the dial into the light position, and you're going to spark. Okay, so you have the oven on.
Okay. And is that a broiler pan or what is that?
Yes, it's a broiler pan. This is all removable.
Okay.
Okay, so you can get a better glimpse of that flame back there.
Got it.
Okay. The water's just going to drain down as opposed to flooding and damaging the unit. Absorption refrigerator. Okay, so you have your on and off switch located right there, and then you have your mode toggle button. Right now the orange light is illuminated with auto. That means that it's on auto mode. So basically right now we are hooked up to shore power. As soon as we were to disconnect, it would automatically switch over to propane. Okay, and then if you push this, okay, the little button will stick out, and that indicates gas mode only. You have your freezer, and then you have your temperature control for the refrigerator. You increase or decrease the refrigerator temperature by sliding this up and down. It takes about 24 hours after it's turned on for it to achieve its optimal, location of that refrigerator. You're going to need some ventilation behind the refrigeration unit.
So that's a refrigerator fan?
Refrigerator fan, okay?
Okay. This one?
Yes. So that just basically blows in some air. Going to be putting this unit away into storage for an extended period of time. And by extended, I mean anything over 24 hours. And you're not hooked up to any shore power. You're not leaving the unit hooked up or plugged in. You want to make sure it's in the store or off position. Otherwise, the house batteries will drain completely. Okay. So please keep that. First and foremost, you have a 120 volt power receptacle. Okay. On top here, you have your Zip-D Relax awning control module. This is the module that you're going to use to extend and retract your awning. And we'll showcase the awning when we get out to the exterior. So first and foremost, you're going to flip the switch to the on position. Press open to extend the awning. You're going to press close to retract, and then you also have a tilt feature. You can tilt the front of the awning, or you can tilt the rear of the awning to create a pitch, okay? To protect you basically from the sun, especially if you're having that particular propane leak detector is hardwired in, so it operates off of the 12 volt. No batteries are necessary, okay?
And you can't.
It's not hardwired in, it operates off of a 9 volt battery. So make a diligent effort to swap out those batteries once a year on a significant anniversary date. Fully charged and ready to go. Okay, rated for Class A, B, and C fires. Now this is the only fire extinguisher inside the unit. I would recommend keeping, getting an additional fire extinguisher and keeping it by the bed area, just in case. Okay, that's how you fill up your freshwater tank. This is your furnace exhaust. I would also recommend putting on a mud dauber screen on this.
Do you have those? We
have those. Scissor jacks. Right. So basically, if it's uneven pavement or whatever, you're going to kind of self-adjust. Okay. You know what? Typical maintenance. I would say about every 6 6 months or so, probably not going to be winterizing, right?
Well, maybe someday in the future, but
Okay.
right now we're fine.
So
Yeah.
when you get to that juncture, you're going to go, I'm going to defer it to YouTube. They're going to show you exactly how to do
Yeah.
it. Okay. It's fed through your 7-pin connection, and that's how the camera works back here. Okay, so it cannot be in auto mode, cannot be on day running. It's got to be in full-blown low beam for electricity to pass through the 7-pin connection
To the camera.
to the camera.
But we don't need to
connection. As I've mentioned to you, inside you have a built-in water pressure regulator. You're gonna hook up your sewer hose kit to that, lead it out, and run it out to wherever it is that you're gonna be dumping your waste into. You're gonna first pull the black valve. All the solid waste is gonna come out while leaving the black open. You're gonna open up the gray. The gray will move out any remaining residual gray. Utility light, go ahead.
Nice.
So once you're done dumping both, while leaving those valves open, you're gonna hook up designated water hose into the black tank flush. Have your 120 volt power receptacle. Very nice, very easy. And over here you have the access panel to the back of your refrigerator. Okay, this one already has this door or panel has fine mesh screens to prevent, you know, the mud daubers from residing up inside portion. So also another access panel. Screen detaches just like that. Locks into place. You have a slider here to prevent bigger bugs from coming in. Okay, you're going to reapply this back with the main door. Now, there's a latch also here that keeps the entry door keyed with 2 different keys. Okay, so you have your door key, and then you have your deadbolt